Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about Fresh and Fit going after Pokimane and pretty much sort of women in general, I guess you would say. That's mostly what their content is. It feels like they're mostly just sort of attacking the women. And I know this is a pretty strong position to take in the first 30 seconds of a video, but I just wanted to get it out there that a lot of their thoughts and facts about life are pretty wrong, and they don't know what they're talking about pretty often. And this seems like it's another example of that. So, Fresh and Fit have sort of been, a lot more talked about lately because there was a clip that went viral. I'm pretty sure you've seen it, where Myron or Fit says that if he's with a girl, she shouldn't have an Instagram because that's cheating. Well, obviously that's pretty reductive. I mean, not the best view to have about women. It sort of makes you seem a little possessive, and obviously he came under fire for that. I don't know what he was thinking saying that, but it led to Pokimane going to watch some of his videos, and she reacted to them, which led to Myron or Fit saying this.
She has a very similar thought process to a lot of the girls that come on this show. And unfortunately, this thought process is why the dating marketplace is where it's at, why so many modern day women aren't happy, why relationships are in the toilet, why the divorce rates are high.
So pretty much the entire talk about this has been basically saying so Fresh and Fit thinks that Pokimane's thought process, or people with Pokimane's ilk, are leading to more divorces, which I'm going to tell you what leads to more divorces. Well, you see, women didn't have as much rights, didn't have as much freedoms as they do now, so they're going to be a lot less willing to stay with somebody who they don't want to be with. Obviously, it's like the NFL, right? If players didn't have to stick to their contracts, they wouldn't stay on teams. I mean, Deshaun Watson wouldn't have stayed on the Texans. He would have moved to a different team. But there are things in the way. There were rules in place to where women couldn't buy property as easily. Women couldn't go certain places and do certain things without men. In fact, until 100 years ago, women couldn't vote. So obviously things were different, and they're going to be a little bit different now. But so later on, Myron had this to say.
These are my rules. You want to be with me? You want my last name? You want to be in a relationship and get the security with me? You're not going to fucking embarrass me and be a fucking slut on Instagram, do all this fuck shit, and make me look like a clown while I'm back home.
Yeah, so he's still on about this whole Instagram thing. I think he's completely off base. I think that if he were to think about it for more than 5 seconds, he would realize that he's just being ridiculous. He's not thinking. He's just trying to get something out there, say something fast so that he can go viral again. I mean, it's really reductive, and I know I've said that before, but I just really want to hammer it home. This guy, and I've been critical of Pokimane in the past. I try to be as impartial as possible, and when, like Hassan, I don't like Hassan, and I've made videos criticizing him, but my first video about him was about how he had bought a car, and I defended him, right? Because I thought it was the right thing to do, and I think it's the right thing to do now to say, hey, Pokimane doesn't deserve this weird attack. It's so odd, and basically, women don't want to be homebodies anymore. Women want to go out and have their own choices and make their own decisions, and this is really bad because that means we can't force them to stay with us. It's just so ridiculous, so nonsensical. And normally I wouldn't even waste my time with this, but I feel like it's important. I feel like so many people are being led astray by this type of rhetoric, and it's so silly and it's so clearly wrong. People keep saying, man, hey man, this is the right thing to do. Pokimane is completely wrong here, and she's not. Even later on, she brings up having each other's Instagram passwords if you're someone's partner is asking for it is kind of weird, and you're kind of showing that you don't trust that person. And Myron's response was like, it's not that we don't trust you. I'm paraphrasing here. Essentially, it's like, not that I don't trust you. He said I don't trust the people out around. Like, he was essentially just being like, women really don't, choose for themselves, They just, they kind of get strung along. It's insane. And one day, these guys are going to get banned off YouTube because they're going to just say something completely crazy that's just unjustifiable, and they're going to act the victim. And I'm not going to feel super sorry for them. I'm going to say that it sucks that they got kicked off, because I don't want anyone deplatformed, even though I don't like these people. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you all for watching. I'm out. Goodbye.